Hey guys, it's Numistacker. Welcome back to another video. Sorry it's been such a long time. Today's video is going to be a bit more of a little discussion between you and me, a little bit more of a podcast format, and while I'm talking I'll try and show you some delightful coins that are here in the archive. So if we look first at what's happening in that outside world, you've got interest rates that have been edging up. You've got inflation, which in many countries is just off an all-time high. We've got a war situation in Israel between Israel and Hamas terrorists. All those things together create a backdrop of uncertainty. So against that backdrop of uncertainty, where does that leave us coin collectors? What should we be doing? What shouldn't we be doing? What strategy is going to be the right one to enable us to safely grow our collections and make the investments that we want to make? As an NGC authorized dealer, what have I seen in the market? Well, the key thing that I've seen is the fall off in the number of modern coins that have been sent in for grading at NGC. There still seems to be some interest in older modern coins, but there seems to be a reluctance to pay the new price direct from the mint in the way that there wasn't during the COVID period and the tail end of the COVID period. Older coins seem to still be very popular, particularly high quality coins, and a recent report on the rare coin market suggested that between now and 2031 we would get roughly 10% per year compound growth in that particular higher end of the market going forward. But the question is, what should you and I do, and what should the collectors who I normally see, people who are participating in the Numistacker group, people I see online on Facebook groups, what should our strategy be going forward? In sterling terms, gold is at pretty much an all-time high at the moment, but does that make it the right time to buy or the right time to sell? Historically, as the gold price rises, the amount of interest out there amongst buyers also increases, whereas you would expect it to be the opposite. For the collector's market, what tends to happen is that the percentage premiums reduce as the spot price goes up. So if you were looking, say, at a gold set that contains a couple of ounces of gold and it retailed for about 10-15% over spot with lower spot prices, that can change quite happily between 15% and around 2 to 5%, depending on how much the spot prices go up, particularly in the short term. And then there's usually a medium term correction depending on where the spot prices stay. Some of the big choices over here are really whether or not you should follow and buy things at this point that are spot price related at all, or aim for what some people perceive as more risky, which is the numismatic collector's market, where rarity and condition are the driving force rather than the spot price in the short term. From what I can see, one of the best places to be looking at the moment for relative bargains are some of the auction companies. There are lots of people around who are selling because maybe they have lost interest, maybe they need to pay down debts now that interest rates have shot up a little bit higher, or maybe they just want to cash in and buy something in a different type of price range. But quite a lot of the auction prices at the moment are a little bit subdued from their peaks, more so for modern than some of the very good condition older coins, but there are still certainly bargains to be had amongst a lot of the generalist and more specialised auction houses, but be very, very careful of some of the buyer's premiums, which if you're bidding online for some of the smaller auction houses can easily hit 30 to 35%, which is getting into the crazy level. If you're looking at the British coin market, there's been a lot of interest in early Queen Elizabeth sovereigns known as the Gillick sovereigns, particularly in high grades. My personal view on that is that it is a bubble that is almost certain to burst at some stage very soon. I don't think I would be in the market buying those Gillick coins at the moment, except in terms of very short-term trading. And some of the auction prices for very, very high-grade examples have been what I would call suspiciously high in some cases. If I was in the sovereign market at the moment, where would I look? I think I would still go back as far as I can to pre-Victorian sovereigns between 1817 and 1837. That pre-Victorian era, and try to find and cherry pick coins which are MS grade, even if they cost quite a lot of money at this point, because I think they have quite a lot of upward potential for the future. The market for our 1847 Gothic Crown is a little bit more subdued at the moment compared to the peak, but prices are certainly just a little bit crazy for what is generally not a particularly rare coin. If you are in the market for a Gothic Crown, I would try to look for pure silver, plain edge, avoid the undecimo variety, which represents about 85–90% of the coins out there, and aim for some of the rarities in non-details grades. A lot of people ask me about the modern sovereign market. There's been 3 editions of the modern sovereign. There was a 2022 regular coin, there was a special edition memorial sovereign in 2022, there was a special edition 2023 sovereign, and the 2024 sovereign is imminent. That close proximity has put a lot of sovereigns into the market. I think the Royal Mint minted too many coins, and a lot of people decided to buy those coins often on credit cards and borrowed money, and the market supply of those coins is pretty high at this particular point, and people who are selling them are often suffering a loss at this present point in time. What will I do? I would definitely hang on. Now is not the right time to sell those coins. History has said that all the special edition sovereigns generally do well over a period of time, but with so many going into the market at the same time, they haven't proved to be flippers coins, but they are one to hold, and prices will firm out over a period. The Royal Mint have just introduced a new set of definitive coins. That's the versions of the coins that you normally find in your pocket if you're actually in the country spending real money. There are a small number of gold ones, and there are various silver sets. When I first saw those coins, I wasn't really that impressed, but having seen the first set of gold coins in the flesh, I think that they're actually rather nice. Whether they will be a good investment or not is too early to tell. Certainly if you can break down a set and just get 1 or 2 examples for your collection, that would be a good thing to do for the future. The mintages are a little bit higher on those than I would have hoped for, but certainly that's one to look out for, if not brand new, as they go into auctions for the first time in the next year, 18 months. When they come up for sale, then adding one of those I think could be quite a good thing. I'd be interested in your perspective on the modern coin market. What do you guys think? What are you buying? What are you selling? What's your view of coin collecting in the UK market going forward in the future? Happy to read those comments and reply to them at the end of this video. So guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do click the subscribe button. It really helps get the channel promoted and helps get other people listening and seeing all these beautiful coins that come up on the channel to look at as well.